What's up, guys? It's Cyclone here. I'm going to get right to it. It's been a year in the making, roughly. Look what time it is. You know, it is time for the Streets 2019. Oh, Trillium's most robust IPA. An 8-hop monster of a beer. Last year's blew me away. I have no doubt that this year's will too. But this is even bigger, 10.6%. This is also an additional layer of Citra hop is dry hopped into the beer afterward. Guys, this beer, last year I ranked it as my number one IPA hop forward beer. I mean, it blew me away. When I had it 2 weeks older, it was even more smooth. This one is literally canned 3 days ago. This is a 3-day-old edition, as fresh as I can get it. I'm going to update this review with a look at the beer probably a week to 2 weeks older. And I feel like these bigger ones with Trillium's blend, they seem to mellow some of the bitterness out, smooth out some of the citrus flavors. Because again, this is an 8-hop beer. That's a lot of juggling to do to get the flavor profile down right. But if anyone can do it, it's these guys. And I know they did it last year. So will I be as blown away this year, guys? It is time to find out. Let's go on the streets. Let's have some fun. I open it and a waft of citrus notes come flying out of the can. It smells like a friggin' fruit salad. Oh my God. It's been a long time since I've had one of these. Oh my gosh, it's coming out like good old dark OJ. Maybe even slightly lighter than last year's on the color. Look at the Look at that. It's a glass of freaking orange juice, guys. It's a little bit muskier and darker, but it is about as close to OJ as you can get. Look at the carbonation on that sucker. That's huge. It's a 2-finger head almost. I did pour it aggressively, but honestly, that is really impressive, guys. Again, this is a 10% plus IPA. Now, people have made these, other breweries have made even bigger ones, but guys, an 8-hop beer, it's kind of a special thing that Trillium does with this one. I'm going to pour a little bit more out, just a little bit more, and then I'll do like a back-end pour as we go forward. Oh, look at that. There are layers of bubbles. There are rows of big and small bubbles all throughout the head. The beer looks like orange juice. Let's get a nose on it. That smells absolutely ridiculous. It smells like you took a Citra beer, you amped it times 1,000,000. I'm getting orange, fresh squeezed orange. I'm getting tangerine. I'm getting, throw in clementine. Yeah. I'm getting pineapples, mangoes, and pine. Peach is coming through. Grapefruit is coming through. Screw it. Throw whatever you want. Throw whatever fruit you want in the citrusy fruit category and just throw it in here. Whatever you want. It is citrusy. It is juicy. Oh, this smells divine. And this is a 3-day-old edition, guys. Wow. Now the peach is definitely coming out. That's so beautiful. It's some apricot, too. Now the apricot's blooming. Oh, heck yeah. Guys, it's time. Let's take a walk on the streets 2019. Nah, it's not fair. It's just not fair. It does not get better than that. It goes down like an 8%er. It's a nice thick body. The hop is there. Wow. Wow. It's a 10.6, right? The hop is all over it. Oh, I love that hop. There's some green onion hop. There's some citra hop. There's some of that. There's a little bit of the bitter onion taste. A hint of the white grape taste that you get in some other beers. But then a great helping of citra and galaxy tastes. Those slightly tart citrus notes. My God. Look at the color of this beer. Look at this. Look. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Let's get the whole thing out. Make sure I didn't lose any flavors. There. That is your Streets 20. Look at that. I still taste it. See, that's what I love about this beer. The hop profile, even with my more refined palate today than where I was even a year ago, I still taste those hoppy notes in my mouth and on my palate. Oh, wow, that's just so well made. So well made. Doesn't get better. Come on, man. Oh my gosh. Why am I not surprised that I absolutely love this beer? Oh, there's the hop. It's just there. It's dancing in my throat. Oh, it's so good. This is probably the hoppiest beer you'll ever taste, and in a good way. It's not like a bitter, unpleasant, sour note or oniony taste. Some of their double IPAs have a pungent bitterness to them. What this beer does is it puts that onto a smoothie, right? And they make a bigger beer. I think they're dialed up is an 11.5% IPA, which this has that thick, stout-like mouthfeel. The very creamy, smoothie-like IPA. But it has 8 hops. So the amount of hop you get on it, and I do taste, I believe the Citra dry hopping has added a little bit more of a fruity punch than last year's. On a fresh one. Last year they also featured a strawberry flavor. I'm not really tasting that at the moment. I might see a little bit of it in there. I remember last year's. Wow, there's the hops. Oh, I mean, I wasn't used to it last year, but I've had several large Imperial IPAs since then, and I've just expanded more on my knowledge of IPAs, and I can tell you this is absolutely mind-alteringly good. It has enough citrus up front. It has enough hoppy bitterness on the back, but it still maintains the citrus characters, even on your breath. I get this awesome grapefruit and even slightly orangey breath from all the residual hop that's playing around here. It just coats your palate with hops. The body is excellent. I don't get a hint of alcohol. Nowhere to be found. I can't get any booziness in this beer. Nothing. I'm not even surprised. I mean, this is what they do. That's I got a little bit more, what tasted to me like maybe a slight bit of strawberry. Oh, so juicy. Freshly squeezed oranges. You can taste that orange juice taste. That is a 200 on a 100 scale. That is an interdimensional. I don't give interdimensionals to everything. That is absolute. I don't have to wait. I can tell you that it's interdimensional. There's no doubt about it. I mean, oh, there's the lingering. Oh, yes. That grapefruit and orange lingering hop taste that you'd probably expect on a Citra beer. Some melon, some mango. Even just on the breath. This is the fine wine of IPAs, guys. It does not get better than this. I think fresh, and yes, I also jumped the gun a little bit last year. I had an allergic attack that day when I tried it, but I had to drink it as fresh as possible, so I took a chance. On a completely clear, sciences, I can breathe, I can get all the aroma. I think this one's even better than last year. At least fresh. I will update the review. Doing an update on how this beer aged in the fridge. But guys, I mean, look at that. It blows me away how amazingly smooth and yet refined this beer is. This is a big, big, big boy's beer. Oh man. The mango, the pineapple, the oranges, the peach, the pine, and maybe a hint of strawberry if I'm looking for it, like last year's. Yeah, that's as good as it gets, guys. No warming required. I'll come back with my follow-up review when I've had a chance to let the beer age, but that's mind-alteringly delicious. What's happening, guys? Cyclone with another really special beer. This is also from Trillium, and this is their number 69. This is a coffee, peanut butter, and vanilla imperial stout coming in at 14.4%. Bottled on December 14th of 2018, and today is March 22nd. So I want to drink this because I want all the coffee I can get. This was actually a limited secret release. I just was lucky. The stars lined up, and I got the last bottle they had of this secret release. Because, these are usually once-made beers, and then they maybe store a couple more in the back for another event or something. So, just it so happened I got the Streets and I got this in the same haul. What a lucky outcome that was. So, number 69, this should be a really tasty treat. It does have some pretty darn good scores on Beer Advocate, but I want to see if I think it's an absolutely perfect stout or if it's just really good. Not a ton of hiss, but some. A little bit of smoke, but again, not so much. We're in the 14 plus range, guys. Big, big beer. I should be able to go down the middle, but knowing them, it's probably still going to be a... Oh, it looks like just molasses coming out of that bottle. A little bit of carbonation, not too much. We're going to get almost a finger, though. There are some bubbles coming right up. Yeah, finger of head, not too shabby. What do you think? Oh man, the peanut butter scent is off the chain. It smells like you took peanut butter and... I am getting the vanilla too. Ooh. This is like a imperial version of their peanut butter PM Dawn. Okay, and that's what I'm hoping it kind of captures. I am getting all those scents, guys. The coffee's a little bit subdued, perhaps. Oh man, this is going to be a tasty treat. I have no doubt, guys. Cheers. Big beer. Big. And yet, surprisingly, the mouthfeel's not as thick. Just like the regular peanut butter PM Dawn. It's a medium mouthfeel, but the flavor is out of control. I get the creamy peanuts in here. It's not as sweet as like just a pure peanut butter. They always seem to have this nuttiness to their peanut butter taste, and I really appreciate that. It has that roasted, chunky peanut taste in here. Vanilla is in there. Just oozes flavor. A sticky peanut syrup just goes down your throat. I will say the coffee is a little bit... I'm looking for it. Now we're 3 months in, 3 months plus actually. I'd usually want to have a coffee beer no later than 3 months. So there's a chance that at release this may have been a little bit more robust on coffee flavor, like their PM Dawn, but I don't think that that's really what they were going for. This is kind of a dessert beer with a hint of a coffee essence. I mean, my God, the peanut flavor's off the chain, though. Oh. It's like, literally, it tastes like peanut butter syrup. If I could liquefy peanut butter and put it into a syrupy body, that's exactly what this tastes like. With a little bit of roasted malt, I am getting a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of some bittersweet dark chocolate. Nothing super sweet besides the peanut taste itself. It's a nice beer. I'm actually quite surprised how good this is for the ABV. It is reminding me a lot of Bourbon County, almost like a peanut butter Bourbon County, but it's not aged in bourbon it is aged in bourbon barrels, but it's what they like to do. They usually do it's aged in stainless fermenters and bourbon barrels, and they mix two blends together on these bigger stouts. And to me, Bourbon County would blow this out of the water on the bourbon taste. This doesn't have the humongous bourbon notes that you might be expecting for a beer of this magnitude. It actually is pretty calm on the bourbon taste. I mean, if anything, it adds to the peanut flavor, a slight complexity to the nuttiness of the beer, and it has a little bit of an oakier taste mixed in with the peanuts. But it's so drinkable for the ABV. It's really alarming how good they do, smooth drinkable beer. I mean, this is one of the smoothest stouts I've ever tasted at this ABV. Or it could be even the smoothest. I've never had a Trillium stout this big before. 14.4. We're getting into the big leagues here. I don't even know if they've made a bigger. Have they made a bigger beer than this? I'll have to go review that. Anyway, guys, this one needs to warm for a bit. I have to enjoy it, and I'll come back with my final thoughts on it. Hey everyone, I'm back here with number 69 from Trillium. This is a very tasty beer. It is so easy to drink. What do you know, guys? Trillium once again makes an astonishingly smooth imperial stout. I mean, a 14.4%er that's this smooth is very dangerous. You probably would think this was an 8-9%er. There's nothing indicating even an essence of an alcohol taste to this beer. There's nothing. I don't get anything. It's just mind-boggling how they do this. The mouth feels very syrupy, molassesy. And actually, molasses is a really key feature of this beer overall. There's a nice black molasses taste and essence to the beer. But there's also the peanut butter is coming through. I do taste it, and I'm also tasting the vanilla, and the coffee's in there, possibly a little more muted than one might expect for a coffee featured stout. But this bottle's also just over 3 months old. I've had coffee stouts where, that period of time, about 3 months or so, did seem to make a slight difference to the amount of coffee. It can deteriorate over time. That's why people say, and I say, drink coffee stouts within the first month, because you get all the coffee taste. So in my review, I have to look at it, what condition I got the bottle in. I'm extremely lucky to have gotten one at all. The beer is extremely well put together. It is super syrupy and balanced. For the style, it's nailing all the check marks that I want. So I am giving it the 10, the 100, whatever you want to call it. Again, this is a peanut butter coffee vanilla imperial stout. And I'd say that the flavor order is peanut butter, vanilla, and then coffee. I think peanut butter does shine through here. I really do taste it. Yes, definitely. Right when you taste it, you get this nutty, buttery taste. It's definitely in there. Vanilla also is in there, adding a slight bit of sweetness. The coffee, I get a lingering coffee bean roast on my palate in the background. It's not an espresso beer. It's not in your face at all. It's really an undertone. Now, again, that's why I'm saying maybe it's because the beer is 3 months old in my case, or maybe that's how they made the beer. I'm not quite sure, but I still think this is outstanding for being an imperial peanut butter themed stout at 14.4%. It's so drinkable, you're going to be in a lot of trouble if you had a glass of this thinking it was an 8%, 9% stout. This is a big stout. This is arguably the smoothest stout at this ABV I've ever tasted. I mean, that's how you make a imperial peanut stout. I don't know what else to say about it. And some people here were just saying they didn't taste peanuts, no peanut butter. It was rather flat, no head. This guy's insulting a 14.4% by saying it has no head. I'm sorry, man. You don't know beers then, because if you have a head on a 14+% beer, you're in another world, man. That's crazy. These people, man, don't know what they're doing. This guy, 4.68, that's more like it. It is a delight to drink, 100%. This guy tastes caramel, and that's why I wanted to read this, because there could be some caramel and toffee. Yes, I do taste it. The mouth taste is off the chain. I mean, if you want liquid peanut butter and desserts in your mouth, this beer is all over it. The vanilla. I just think the molasses character is all over this beer. The black molasses is screaming at me on this one. So, I think this is a wonderfully malty, tasty beverage. I highly recommend it. I think I got the last bottle, though. So, guys, this is the last bottle of this stuff that they ever made. You'll have to go get it on tap, I think. if you do want to try it, but I am recommending it if you can somehow get your grubby little hands on it. Guys, Cyclone signing out. See you around.